activist on one hand and then restraint on the other. That's why I propose you follow the golden mean. You have to follow what is good. There are cases which involves economic development. Will this case propel the country? In my decision, will this be critical in the economic development of this country? You know, you cannot have a pigeonhole and say you do this, you do that, you do this is law is not logic, Mr. Justice. Law is experience. It's the felt necessities of time that will be that is the life of the law.
I'd like to discuss with you, but we have time constraints. So
I enjoy doing this, Mr. Justice.
We can do that in some other time. Maybe over coffee.
Yeah, you know. You throw me in the water if you discuss with me about these things, because I always reflect on these things, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Justice.
Congressman Tupas.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Dean.
It's an honor to be interviewed by you.
Actually, I was just listening. I was monitoring and listening. And the questions that I would like to ask were already asked. And I'm quite satisfied with your answer. So I will not ask any more questions, and I would like to wish you good luck. Thank you. Thank you.
I had some kind of shock there because I think you mentioned that also to others, and then you came up with strong questions. I'm sorry.
So, Secretary Mosngi, please.
Magandang umaga po, Dean Valdez.
Magandang umaga ho. Magkita ulit tayo, Undersecretary.
You know, my wife is an avid listener of your program on radio, and I think you're a very prominent fixture in media. Would you care to forecast your role if ever you'd be chosen as a Chief Justice? Would you continue on with your advocacy in public?
No, I don't think that will be proper. I think there will be some conflict of interest involved, because my advocacy involves sometimes sharing my opinion, and that should not be the opinion of the court. You are now a walking representative of the entire judiciary if you are appointed, not even a Chief Justice, even a justice or a judge for that matter, because I know that you express your opinion through decisions. Although Chief Justice Marshall, in the Marbury case, he was the subject of many criticisms. You know what they did? He also expressed his opinion publicly, but he used a pseudonym. He made an article that was a very effective article. I think he used a name which hid his identity. And that is how he responded to the criticism the criticism made by the public on the court.
Dean Valdez, you've been Dean of the University of the East College of Law. How would you characterize or distinguish a UE lawyer in the present times?
Oh, well, a lawyer is a lawyer who is steeped in ethics. That is because that's how we develop our lawyers. To us, the College of Law is a finishing school, not just a law school. It's a finishing school. Even the way you conduct yourself, you have to be acting like a lawyer. In fact, the reason why I'm comfortable with the ethical standard of our lawyers, Your Honor, is that when one of our graduates was involved in an election controversy, and he donated a room with his name there as a recognition that he was the donor of that room. And then he was involved in this controversy. The following day when I went to the office, the nameplate of that alumnus is already removed from the room. And there was no instruction from me. I did not want to do that because that is his expense. But the students, on their own, did that. That's how I think the value formation, which our college is trying to develop in our students, as well as hopefully when they are graduates. Although after that, we don't have any much control. But to control it indirectly, we came up with an award which said the Dean of the College of Law Honor Roll. That means that you conduct yourself as a lawyer with honor, and then next year you will be one of the 10 awardees of the Dean of the College of Law Honor Roll. That's how we try to reach out to our alumni.
Salamat po, Dean. If I may ask you, nanonood po ba kayo ng mga previous interviews na naka-broadcast over television? Have you been monitoring the proceedings of the Judicial and Bar Council?
On the first day, partly in the morning, but when the questions were asked and the way my thought process was affected by their answers, I said, please don't ask me to watch it anymore because I may not be original anymore when I answer the questions. I don't want to prepare. I want to be original because I want that my answer will come from the heart. That's why I am a little passionate because it comes from the heart, Your Honor.
I wanted to ask you, this really is just to elicit your response. What do you think about the proceedings? How is it being conducted? Do you think it's adequate? Do you think it's orderly in the selection process for the highest position of Chief Justice?
I think I have to doff my hat to the presiding officer and the way the questions were propounded now. I am very happy, as if you are my friends. But in the process, you make me respect you more. This is the feeling that I got during the short time that I am here with member Cayosa. I met her during the National Convention last time, remember, at Subic.
Dean Valdez, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I really wanted to find out if a national televised proceeding for the selection of a Chief Justice is appropriate in your opinion.
We should not overdo it. Perhaps whoever will be appointed as Chief Justice will be a Chief Justice for a while, and this spectacle may not be reiterated anymore. Suffice it to say that the public has a window to see how you do it. I think next time around, I don't mind these things, but next time around perhaps it might reach to the point that the public there will trivialize what we are doing. But to the point that we are doing now, I think I am very satisfied. But to make it as a practice, I have some reservations about this, Mr. Secretary.
As a last follow-up to that, do you think it's an adequate measure or a way to gauge the competence, integrity, probity, and independence of each candidate for the position of Chief Justice, the proceedings that is being conducted right now?
I don't think they should be debating on a rhetorical contest. I think it should be more. I think this should just be an opportunity for you to read in between, so that you can be able to have an informed decision. But there must be a totality of your evaluation. I believe that you will have some information about us, and in the last analysis, it's really your conscience deciding on the choice that you will make, Mr. Undersecretary.